Hi, and welcome back to This Art Studios. Today, you are going to be making a rose window. Yes, a stained glass window in the shape of a flower. We're gonna be doing it with paper, and I'm gonna show you how to do that in just a second, okay? And we're also going to be looking at some of the rose windows at the Notre Dame Cathedral. But before we begin, let's get our materials ready, okay? So this is what you need for today. Okay, so today, just to start out the basic shape of the rose window, we are going to need a pair of scissors, okay? Big or small, as I always tell you. You're gonna need a compass, okay? I'm gonna show you how not to use a compass, but you could use it also, all right? You're gonna need glue, and you're going to need a pencil. Very, very simple. So, what is a rose window? Well, if you ever hear of people talking about a rose window, it's those big round windows in cathedrals. They're called rose windows because they look like a flower. They look like a rose, and that's where they got the name from, okay? Now, in those rose windows, there are different stories in there. There's different stories, sometimes if it's a cathedral, of the Bible, okay? If it's somewhere else, well, there's different stories. And in modern times, there's different artists that make them in a modern way without stories, okay? But they're still called rose windows, all right? Now, stained glass is the process of taking different pieces of colored glass, okay? And breaking it very, very carefully into shapes. What you do is you take the stained glass, the piece of stained glass, and you put metal around it, and then you put them in different places together, and you weld them together. That means that with heat, the metals combine together and they create the bigger window. With those pieces, rose windows are made into the architecture of the churches, and that's how you get a rose window, okay? Now, the idea of a rose window started from the oculus windows that were done at the top of building in ancient Roman times. Though it was an oculus because you could see out, and you could even see the birds flying in the sky. You could see the sky. They needed that for air to come in and for light to come into the building. It was usually churches. So those were called oculus windows. And like the light used to come in, that's where they got the idea of putting rose windows on the walls so the light will come in, but not the heat or the cold weather, okay? So let's begin today's rose window, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do today is take your black piece of cardboard paper, okay, that you're gonna be using, and you're gonna fold it in half, just like this. Corner to corner, and we press. And then you are going to fold it in half again. Corner to corner. Okay, so this is the way to do it, all right? And now you are going to be folding it one more time. And I know this is very difficult, but I know you could do it also, okay? So let's fold one more time. But when you fold this time, look at me. You are going to take your paper from the fold, okay? Because if not, it's gonna break. So you're gonna fold, and you're gonna hold it at the fold like this. You're gonna fold and hold it at the fold, and now this folded pieces, you see there's two folds here and two folds here, they are going to, see, fold here and fold here. They have to go together. So you're gonna end up with this, okay? Now, how do we make a perfect circle from here? Well, you take your compass, all right? And you kind of open it up. So you have to open it up to this size right here. So you open it, open it, open it, open it, open it. And when you have more or less this size, See? More or less the size that you have there. You press it down and you open it a little bit more. Okay, and now you draw. So you draw kind of that circle in there. See? That shape. All right? You could also do this with a pencil by eye. So you just make a little curve like that, like a circle. And now when you cut it, look at me. When you cut it, this we're gonna use later, so leave it there, okay? You open it up, you open it up, you open it up, and you have your rose window. You see? You have a rose, well, you don't have a rose window, you have a circle, but it's a circle that represents a rose window. So we're gonna close it back up, okay? And now I'm gonna show you how to make, okay, I'm gonna do this with a piece of chalk so you can see it, how to make like a star in the point right here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a triangle, see? You're gonna kind of cut a triangle going up like this, see? So let's start from the middle of the rose window. This is gonna be a little bit hard, but you could do it. If I can do it, you can do it, see? And I cut like a triangle here. When you open this triangle up, what have you got? Look at this. You've got a star, all right? So I'm gonna put here a white piece of paper so you can see it better, okay? So see, you have a star in the middle. Now we're gonna fold back up. Okay, I'm gonna fold back up. And now we are going to begin creating different shapes of the window, okay? So you're gonna take, for example, a piece of, you're gonna take your pencil, but I'm gonna take here the actual chalk, okay? The chalk. And I am going to make here like an oval. And I'm going to make another triangle. They cannot touch, okay? The shapes cannot touch. I'm gonna make here an oval. And I'm gonna make here a rectangle. And then here, well, this rectangle, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm gonna make it around here. To go this way, the oval here, the triangle here, and this oval here, okay? Now, you can only cut from this side and this side. Do not cut from the top, okay? Because then that would open up the rose window, all right? And now that you have this, let's begin cutting. And see, I already cut this one, so when you open it up, this is what you're going to have. See, and we're beginning to make that beautiful rose window. So let's do some more. And now we open it up and look at this like magic. It's just wonderful. It's like making snowflakes, but not as happily. You are making more geometrical shapes on this. On snowflakes, you can make other shapes, more organic shapes. Look at this. Woo! What a beautiful stained glass window we have created right here. Okay? So, for today's class, this is what I want you to finish. I want you to practice making a stained glass window. If you have to do it once, you do it once. If you have to do it twice, you do it another time, so you could get a perfect stained glass window like this, okay? In the next class, what we're gonna do is take cellophane tape and we're gonna start putting the cellophane tape on your stained glass window. It takes a little bit of time, so just be patient and you'll see how beautiful it's gonna come out. So, let's review, guys. Today, we have created the frame. This will be like the metal of a stained glass window. It's the metal that joins all the pieces together. But what we're doing is making a rose window. And remember that a rose window gets its name from a flower, from the rose, okay? And it is usually at cathedrals or at churches because it also represents the Virgin Mary in our Catholic Church, so that's why it's there. All right, so next time we are going to finish putting the cellophane tape on this. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you practice it because practice makes perfect. And I'll see you in the next class. Be good and remember, write your name on your rose window, list art 2020, so you don't lose it, okay? Save it for next time. Be good. Bye-bye.